Afternoon, everybody. This is Tony Wright. I want to come on here and really talk about how being a great atmosphere of learning can be, the differences and the similarities. At this day and age, that we all know that you can go to school, um, online, hybrid, or be a traditional student. When I was actually growing up and I made a decision to go to college, I was a traditional student. I went to technical college. I went to Tri County Technical College in South Carolina, Pendleton, South Carolina, and I was a traditional student, meaning I sat in the classroom. I wanted to learn that way. I wanted to see how things would work, and I had to have goals. I realized having those goals were the same similarities I was going to need to further my education down the line. But knowing that willingly, I had to also know how to make sure that those goals were going to be my ultimate goal within itself. I remember knowing that being in that goal atmosphere in a traditional setting also was a great motivation for me, because you weren't just taking the class by yourself. You could interact with your instructor, you can interact with your friends, and most importantly, you can also interact with the other students in your class. And most time, when you all know, if you're in the same major together, you're going to take the same classes, you're going to have the same opportunities. It's up to you to know what you do with those opportunities. So that's one of the similarities you have being a traditional student and being an online student. Now, the difference in that is your approach into it. So you're approaching your classes as a traditional student individual a little different than the online, because online you might be able to do it in convenience. So you still got to get the work done, but you don't have a particular class you have to sign up at 8 a.m. versus sign up for a class in the afternoon. Your timing is your timing. Your moment is your moment. The next thing is location. I'm at grad school right now, and I am at Grand Canyon University in Arizona, in Phoenix, Arizona. And I don't live in Phoenix, Arizona. I still live in South Carolina, Spartanburg, South Carolina. So that's one of the things about being an online education student, is that you don't have to be in the actual location where your school is, but you do need to make sure you put the same energy and effort into what you're doing. You all start the journey for one reason or another, so you want to make sure that you capitalize on that reason at the same time. The other thing is understanding your flexibility in your schedule. So when you're a traditional student, you have due dates like crazy. So my associate's degree is in radio broadcasting, and I always had a teacher say that the news starts at 10, not 9:59, not 10:01, starts at 10. So what that means was your due dates are your due dates. Now, don't get me wrong, being an online student, you will have due dates as well. You're going to have due dates as well. But you don't have to say at 8:01, if I'm not in this class, somebody's going to tell me that I'm not here, which is going to go against me not getting my work done. You're at your own pace, pushing your own self at your own time. Now, what that does on one is you can't be a procrastinator. You got to be ready to make it happen. The other thing is time is of the essence. So it will definitely make sure, if you're not motivated, you're not going to be a great online student, because motivation is the key for both. But when you don't have someone over your neck telling you have to do, you have to do, you have to do, you're not going to probably do your best in the moment that you need. You're going to rush, you're going to push yourself, and then sometimes you might create errors. So those are my key points about being a online student and a traditional student. I think that most of the time, when you're one or the other, you're going to know how to be a better student as well. So how has my learning theories changed over time? Well, because I'm a creative individual, I can honestly tell you that I'm more a very transformative learning style, and I'm also a andrology um, theory style, because I like to be flexible, but I also like to be creative, and I also like to have an opportunity to explore. And so I believe with being an online student, you have to be creative, you have to be flexible, but most importantly, you have to be very oriented to get what you need. And you can't do that sometimes in a more structured environment, but you have to structure yourself enough. Procrastination is not going to be the key, in my opinion. All right. Thanks.